Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Todd, and today we're going to do something that is long overdue. It's something that I've been working on. You've seen it a million times, but I wanted to do a proper review. And today we're going to be looking at a full-blown review of the DLD Other. Now, I've done videos before when we discussed the DLD or what others are, things like that. But I've never gone through and done a detailed review. That's because I wanted to have a couple thousand rounds through mine before we did it, to kind of give it a good, honest review. So, just to be transparent, the Other, yes, was purchased out of my pocket. It's mine. No one gave it to me. It's not like the company sponsored it or anything. I bought it. It just happens to be the Other that we sell in-house, though there are various manufacturers throughout Connecticut and in New York, so on and so forth. So, without further ado, I'm going to go through this from front to back and take it one piece at a time. I'm going to do my best. I got some notes that I wrote down. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, this is not a bunch of off-the-shelf parts slammed together to make an Other. While there are some people out there building their own, you know, they get a lower, then they find an upper somewhere else, a bolt carrier group here, some sort of muzzle device somewhere else, whatever. So, we're going to go through this piece by piece, starting with the tip. At the very front, you have an A2 flash hider. Pretty standard mil spec. The one I have is pretty much mil spec. So, going on to the barrel. So, the barrel itself is 4150 CMV SBN match barrel. So, for people that don't know, the CMV is the chrome moly, I'm going to mispronounce this, vanadium, and the SBN is, it gets a salt bath nitride treatment. So, all that's saying, real quick, is the inside of the barrel is lined with chrome, and the outside coating is gone through a salt bath. The company that did that takes care of their barrels is, let me make sure I get their name right. Yep, H&M. And if you don't know, H&M does everything. They're known for doing this type of stuff. They've done everything from locomotive parts to they've done parts for the Mars rover that's up on Mars right now. So they're very good at what they do. They've been doing it since the early 80s, and all the parts that Ryan and the team over at DLD use, they ship them off. They get the salt bath. They come back, and they go through. So there you go. Moving on. The M-Lock Handguard, right? It's made in-house, and it is made out of 7075 T6 billet aluminum, which is aircraft grade aluminum, and that's about 70% stronger than what mil spec is required. Again, all made in-house. The receivers, the upper and the lower, are a matched set. They go together. This minimizes wiggling and any movement. So when you shake it, you're not getting the rattling from the upper and the lower receiver. It, of course, is also made out of the same 7075 T6 billet aluminum that your hand rail or hand guard is made out of. Now the BCG, the bolt carrier group, and the barrel extension or star chamber are also a matched set. They go together. So you can't just grab a regular bolt carrier group and slam it into this. You're obviously going to have to do head space and all that. All that's been done, and the tolerances are well beyond that of what the mil spec is. So depending on what your Other is chambered in, the bolt carrier group might be a little hard to move, just because the tension on it in the star chamber is really tight. Those tolerances are minuscule. The vertical grip that's up front And the pistol grip that's in the back is both from Mission First Tactical. You can get different brands, but these right here are the standard issue or standard part of the manufacturing. So that's what we have. Now if you custom order one, then you can start picking and choosing and getting different parts from their list of things that they specifically have. So like, say you're ordering one and you don't want the A2. That's fine. One of our employees did that. He custom ordered one. He didn't want the A2. He wanted a dead air comp. So that's what they installed. And you can always, depending on the length of your barrel, obviously swap it out aftermarket. Now I've talked to the guys at DLD, and if you buy the parts, so you buy one of their others and then you go in and you buy the parts from them, he'll install them at no cost to you, just the cost of the parts. Alright? Alright, so I want to take the opportunity to talk about the trigger. Now, according to the website, if you look in two different areas, there's two types of triggers you're going to get. One, which is the one that's in here, is the Schmidt Enhanced Mil-Spec trigger, and it has KNS anti-walk trigger pins. It's a nice trigger. I like it. The wall is clean and crisp. It's an easy break. And the other one is going to be, just checking over my notes, from ALG Defense, which is Geisley's sister company. So those are their stock triggers. Now, again, if you want to upgrade to a Geisley trigger or just one of the other trigger groups that they have in inventory, you can do that, but it's a custom order, and obviously the prices start to go up. So, of course, you get a 10x30 mag pull mag with every single gun. Now, I know others really don't mean much outside of our little niche, our little corner of the world. But for anyone that's around the country, you have to understand, regular AR-15, that platform, and all that stuff, they're illegal in pretty much the Northeast. So, having an other, it is what it is. We don't have that stuff. We have others. So in the back, obviously it doesn't have a buttstock. It's got a brace. Now the braces, no matter what you're getting, they're all going to be from SB Tactical, and you're only going to get the SBA 3 or SBA 4. There are no longer using the SMB 4 braces. So of course all the pistol braces are forearm braces are adjustable because everyone's forearm is going to be a little different. So being able to move it in and out based on how it fits on your arm is really important. Now the charging handle, much like most of the gun, is proprietary. It, according to them, is an oversized charging handle, and it does its job, though I am looking at a charging handle upgrade. I don't know what I'm going to go with yet, just because I want to be able to use the charging handle on either side, and I currently can only use it on the left side. So for some reason I wanted to charge it on the other side. I can't unlock it. And one thing I do like is when you do your reload, you can hit the ping pong paddle, which is right here. Let me move my sling out of the way. You can hit the ping pong paddle, which is what I'm accustomed to. But if you are left-handed, then you have, so right here is the mag release, and right here, right above it, is another bolt carrier group release. So it's ambidextrous, which is nice. So for the left-handed shooter or the right-handed shooter, it's in there. And if you get proficient, you can, when you reload, just hit up here. Me personally, I'm more accustomed and have the habit of coming up as soon as that new mag goes in, hit the ping pong paddle, and get back in the fight versus hitting up here. I've tried it a few times, and exactly what happened. I went straight for the mag release. So as soon as I put it in, I was like, oh, my finger's on it. Dropped the mag right out. So it was during training sessions, so it didn't go well. So, but I digress. I guess it's just something I'm going to have to practice. So I'm going to move the sling out of the way so we can get a good look at the trigger group. I'm going to pull the trigger for you. I'm going to try and do it up here where there's a little more contrast with the light paint versus the computer screens that are behind me. So, of course, empty. Nothing in it. Safety is off. And very little take up. No wasted space. Straight into the wall with a nice clean break. So resetting the bolt carrier group, when you ease your finger forward from looking for that reset, right there, very positive, and when you get close you can feel your finger jump to it. And there you go, it breaks. And the break itself, clean. There is not much I could say about that. It is, for me, ideal. I love how it feels. I like it. Now, some people might want a really light, easy trigger. I don't. I wanted the more, something I was more accustomed to, like what I had in the military. Something that has more of a, I don't want to call it a harsh reset, but more of a positive trigger reset where I really can feel it. So as I bring that finger forward, as the gun is cycling, I can feel it click and I know that it's there. And at 100%, I can easily rattle off a bunch of rounds without a problem. So that is the basic DLD that when you come to the store, you're going to find on the shelf. It is pretty much a stripped down version, like we've discussed, because that is the bare minimum you need for an other in the state of Connecticut. One of the things that I do like, and I've seen a lot of other manufacturers, is the vertical grip that they're using. Obviously doesn't have a bottom cap on it, so that's not a spot that they could put any stuff in there, versus this one from Mission First Tactical. It comes with the cap at the bottom, and you know me, I keep tools, I keep batteries, all kind of extra goodies in here. Normally I run some electrical tape on the bottom just to make sure that plug isn't falling off, but I was just digging around in here. Obviously we did not talk about the laser flashlight combo or the fire field optic on there or the brace, because I've done videos on those before, and those videos will be linked in the description below. So if you're in the market and you live in Connecticut, we do have these on the shelves, and they are selling like hotcakes because they are the most popular firearm currently in our area. Everybody wants to get their hands on them. Luckily, we still have a few in stock, just because, well, the parts are hard to come by these days, so DLD is having a slow turnaround from order to ship, just because they have other contracts to fill. Parts that he does get in are getting built into their, because it's not just others that they make. They make other carbines, stuff from like AR-10s, the AR-15 style. So everything from long distance to basically almost like an HK416, stuff that's used for more close quarters, more urban. So you can't go wrong. Good contracts to have. But when he does have the time, he does crank out some of these Connecticut others, which is fantastic because I cannot complain. Now, talking about the gas system, I'm going to save that for another video. Hoping to be able to get down there and sit down. We'll talk to Ryan about how the gas system is set up, how it's gassed, and how you can adjust the gassing. So, plus it might not be what you're looking for right now. I do know how to gas the system. I know if I had something like dead air comp on there and I was running a can, yes, I would have to adjust it because it is perfectly balanced currently. So if I ran a can, I'd have to adjust the gas, dialing it up to compensate for the suppressor that's on there. And of course, if I took it off, then the gun itself would be overgassed and it makes a mess. So in closing, am I happy with my Delta Level Defense Other? You're damn right I am. It's durable, and you've seen the videos where I've thrown it, I've beaten it, I've ran it repeatedly without cleaning it. I do keep the bolt carrier group wet with oil, but as in breaking it down and cleaning it, runs just fine. It's not one of those others where you have to treat it with kid gloves. I have definitely put it through the ringer and thoroughly impressed with it. So if you are interested in owning a Connecticut Other and you are from Connecticut, then definitely give Delta Level Defense a good look. Now, as always, I will see you on the trail, and stay safe in the fray. It's getting kind of weird out there. You guys have a great day. Bye, my friends.